Well, we've got several things I want to do today, and it all starts with this. So we'll get back to it here in just a second. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man, and today we've got to go pick up something that I bought. But first, before I do that, I want to take the hydraulic hoses off of this and get new ones made whilst I am in town, because these are pretty pathetic and we've been meaning to do that. I also feel like I could probably improve upon this setup. I don't like this one that sticks right out in your area here, so I'm thinking of doing like a 90 with another 90, maybe, is what I want. Like thread a 90 into here and then go 90 off of that. I'll figure that out here in a minute. We just got to watch because of this linkage here. It's got to be able to freely move, so we can't really go just anywhere. But we'll figure it out. So yeah, that's going to be one project to save a trip to town, see. This tractor, I want to take it on a tractor drive, but I just don't think that my tires are going to hold out. And I haven't had time to go get those parts tractors in Ohio. They have better tires and stuff, the rims. This one in particularly, it is a Izukati, and it looks like it's been in a street fight in Taiwan. So I don't think that I better go taking this like 30 miles away from home, because I'm afraid she'll let loose. And if that doesn't, the rim will. So anyway, I'm holding out. Like I said, I got 2 more tractors to get in Ohio, and they both appear to have better spin out rims and whatever, so I'm not going to buy any until I assess what I already own. So, and then it also will have the new front rims and whatever. So, and just from what I've heard, I think I might be able to build one more tractor out of those 2, plus have enough parts to fix these 2 that I've got here. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. So we'll unhook it from this wagon after I spent like 10 minutes here talking, and we'll get it to where we can work on it good. I pulled it in there to get it out of the way the other day, and yeah, so we'll deal with all these wagons later. I need to really rearrange and mow and put stuff away, but I'll get it done. Okay, let's see if you'll run. Oh, forgot I fixed the neutral safety switch after it almost ran over me that time. All right, horsey. Okay, let's just work on it on an incline. Why wouldn't that be a bad idea? Before we start, let's assess the situation. So, I think I've been riding around in here, not with just a pop can, but with 2 new of these, which should be 1/2-inch pipe thread, because that's what I ordered them as. So we know what to do on that end. This end, however, I am betting that there is some metric stuff going on, and I'm hoping what it is that this is like an adapter that changes it over to Americanized stuff. I'm hoping. This one I'll probably get out easy. This one I'm worried about. I just don't know if I'm gonna have, yeah, I just don't know. If I put a 90-degree here, I think that would make it much more better. But then I'm also thinking, would it be better to do a 90-degree fitting and a 90-degree elbow to send it down I don't know. I think a 90-degree definitely would help it make less of a severe bend, and then I could just send it down that way. So that might be what I need. And I need a 7/16 to get those out of the couplers. I'll just leave the couplers out of the bracket. I'll just leave the whole shebang together because I'm going to replace coupler and all. But I need 2 wrenches here, so that's what we'll start with. Okay, that appears like that will play nice. So that one should be 7/8. So maybe I can just get the actual thing instead of... Yeah, okay, good. We're coming loose there. Boy, look how bad that is. That is very, very rotten. I'm going to take them out of the coupler first so we can maneuver. How could I get my fat self in here to do this? Well, this one I can reach from here kind of handily. But I bet the other one, well, no, it's up here too. We'll get it. That would be tight. We want to go loose. This is the few times looser is better. Come on. Mamma mia, the coupler. Come out of there. There we go. Oh, there's one. Jeez, that is nasty. Come on. Come on. Screwdriver now would be an excellent tool to have. I also wonder how much bad this is going to leak oil when I do this. Is it going to leak tons of oil, or is it just going to drip? I got an idea. Let's stuff this rag under there, and maybe it will absorb some of the mess that is sure to follow. Look at me being proactive in my messes. It's not going to hit that rag, it's going to miss it. I know how I work. But it was a nice thought to pretend on for a minute. Yeah, look at that. Okay. Here's hoping that that is American pipe thread. We caught part of that. Not all of it, but part of it. That's a lot of tightness. Okay, well, I can't get a full purchase on this. Can we do that? I'm hitting the fender with my body. There. Okay. I think we're getting there. It's just a matter of creative acrobatics. Fat man fitness is what we're doing here. And not just like fitting this whole pizza in my mouth. I'm trying to actually... Yeah, come on. Let's... Ah! You little Italian. I think we better be careful with these until we're sure that they're not a funny meatball thread. I wonder if I have a, come to think of it, well, I want it custom. I don't want, what am I trying to say here out loud, folks? I'm trying to say, I think I have a pre-cut hose of 3/8 hose, but I would much rather have a custom-made hose that is the right size on both ends, so I don't have to have an adapter in the coupler end here, you know, because these will be 1/2 inch pipe thread. So, yeah. I think that's what I'll do. I'll just stick with my original plan of getting them to make me a couple hoses, thus justifying my trip to town to get this other thing that we are going to get. So yeah, I may actually, before we go, clean that up a little bit and give it a little bit of the old spray treatment to make her meadow greenified, because I don't like seeing that red primer sticking out there, see? So maybe I can do that right quick, and then it'll be ready to go when we get back home, see? Maybe I need to just take this totally off and clean it all up. I don't know, we'll see. But I'll leave you away for that. You don't need to watch a fat man cleaning, so we'll be back in a little bit. Well, here's our customary driving down the road portion of our going to get stuff video. Consequently, this is the wheat field that we will be hopefully trying out the pull-type combine in. It looks like it's just darn near ready, so whenever he calls and gets it opened up, we'll see if we can't make that happen. And hopefully it will go well without catastrophic failure. Also, my uncle lives there, so he was excited in one video to see part of his place, so there it is. So onward to town. Also, interesting to point out, there is the 1750 that we worked on way back when in a video, fixing the charging system. I saw them using it this morning to auger out, I would assume, corn, and it was running all right. I mean, it smokes quite a bit, but hey, it's pretty nice for an original tractor. All right, well, as per usual, we ended up with a whole trailer load of stuff instead of just the simple thing we went for, but I'll explain in a second. So here's a little feller that I acquired. This came from the old Agco dealer I worked for. One of their father-in-laws passed away about a year ago, and he had acquired this little tractor. And he called me the other day. He said, I got something that you need. And I said, well, I'll come look at it. And so after seeing it, we talked about it, and yeah, I had to save it. I couldn't let it go to the scrap, and I don't have that much in it. The tires are brand new practically, so I got my money's worth right there. And anyway, he had never had it running as far as I understand. So we got to see what's what on that. But as far as I know, this is a Handyman RT, a Sears and Roebuck tractor. You know, they sold the David Bradley walk-behinds, which I have dozens of. And this little feller, somewhere there's a tag. That's what I'm trying to find here. Yeah, I don't know if we can see the tag on camera, but does that show up? Well, there it is. But anyway, that number works out that it is a Handyman RT. And I need to do some more research, because a lot of these I thought had hoods, and maybe this one is old enough that it doesn't have a hood, and then in that case it is complete. But think about riding this sucker all day, fellers, with this belt pretty close to your family heirlooms. I don't know about that. If that belt slings loose, wha-cha, I don't know. I think there's supposed to be a tin cover over it, but we're probably going to fabricate something before we do too much driving. But that's that. So that's what I went for. And then while I was there, I thought, hey, I got the trailer empty. I had a bunch of stuff still sitting over there at the shop from over the years that I'd accumulated, and we just unloaded while I was there. Namely these gigantic fuel oil barrels, which you think, you idiot, what do you want these for? Well, my plan was to cut them in half and make an adult barrel train that bigger people could ride in. You see those little barrel trains at the shows, and I thought maybe that would be a novelty, you know. I'll pick up a bunch of women and we'll go for a cruise or something. But that's in the works. I need to cut those apart without blowing myself to smithereens, so I'll probably fill them full of water just to be sure, and then cut them in half. And then this jack, which I got from one day last minute I saw that the county was having a surplus auction, and I went over there and I had the school bus, and I bought this for like $5. And so I called my buddy who worked there at the shop, and I said, bring your pickup over, because I said I gotta leave. But so we loaded it and took it to the shop, and I never did use it. I mean, I think it just needs oil is basically where we're at with that. So that's been sitting there. And so anyway, just more stuff that I already had. But this little feller, I think will be kind of an interesting thing to tinker with if we get a free minute. But that's what we were after. So if you know anything more about these, say something in the comments, because I really don't know a whole lot about it, you know. I can see that the old guy was messing with it, and he tried to do some stuff there. New plug, he's got a new wire run in there. I'm pretty sure on these the points is behind the flywheel, so we'll have to pull all that loose to get that going if it doesn't have spark. But anyway, and just an interesting thing that didn't need to go to the scrapyard, so there we go. But I got my new hoses made while I was there, so let's put those on the little Italian stallion and see about making it more better. All right, now, yeah, some bird shice, that's good. That's what we need. I'll go ahead and set myself up for a ton of positive comments by using Teflon tape on pipe thread, but to each his own, you know. This is mine. I'm just going to go ahead and do it anyway. That is, if it will turn loose of the plastic plug, which it may or may not. May or may not. Let's take some of this other stuff I never put away last time. Let's see. Sure, being neat is nice, but have you tried being a slob? I mean, that's where it's at. If you need something, chances are it's within arm's reach because you never put it away last time. So, definitely do that. Start with the short feller. Now, when people scream about this Teflon tape, I'm a believer that if you don't wrap it all the way to the end, you're probably not going to get a piece of it in there. I mean, so relax is what I'm saying. Will this work or not? Probably not very good. Our good old friends, the 8250 Pioneer, couple under pressure couplings. Yeah. Okay, one. And this other end is going to be full of sadness because I decided to put a 90-degree on this hose, and I didn't have exactly what I wanted on hand, so we got this adapter, and I'm going to see about threading it in there. I bet I'm going to have to take that rod off that actuates the hydraulic valve because it's probably going to be in my way. I'll have to do that just long enough to be able to get this threaded in. Yes, it did work out that it was American pipe thread. So I had 3/8 pipe thread made, ends on one end and 1/2 inch on the other, because that's what this is. Will we ever use the hydraulic couplers on that tractor? I don't know. But if we need them, they'll be there. Okay, let's go see what kind of mess we're going to get into on the tractor. What do we want to do? The easier first or the not easier first? I can see right now sadness. That ain't gonna fly. See? So in order to make that go, I have to take loose these two, and I think it'll let that whole thing come off of there, and hopefully not break the seal to whatever kind of gasket is behind there and cause a leak there. So I think I'm going to just ignore that for now, and I'm going to put the short one on, which I know we can get on there, and we'll worry about the other one in a second. I don't look forward to this at all. Come on. Come on. Thread in there. Do we have the right size Wachamies here? Probably not. That's gonna be like 3/4. Strange size for hose. Come on. Come on. What's going to be cool is when I break the 90-degree off here in a second. That's going to be super sweet. Remember, when you hear the tink, you're too late. Aw, brother.
I'm aware of how destiny is going to take its course, brother.
We need to go just a little bit more around, and the hose would curl. Much more better. This one, I think, was on the outside. Not that that really makes a difference. But, ooh. Our meadow greenification hasn't really dried all the way yet. That's kind of odd. That stuff usually sets up pretty quick. There's one. Now we gotta do all this sadness. What do we suppose size that is? We know it's not American. Would that be a 17 or a 19? Probably a 19. Is that it? Not even close. Okay, keep going. The service truck is right here. Let's just make this happen. We've been on Earth long enough to know, as soon as we do this, it's gonna start leaking behind this thing. We're gonna be taking the whole thing loose. Because why wouldn't it? You know? Come on. Come on out of there. Ah! Meat hammer. There we go. It's a very precision impact tool. I already foresee an issue with my plan. Anyone else want to guess what that is? How's a guy gonna get that back on here with that 90-degree in there? I just bet you it won't let me. It won't play. There's another broken lock washer. Good grief. Let's put this thing. Will it let me? It might let me do that. It might let me go over and above. Oh. Will it go? Well, this is going to work excellent. See, if we do that, we're going to ruin the tightening ability of that nut. So we might as well do that. Might as well go one more so that we can't at all get it. Okay, this is not going to go well. What is in the world? I'm going to stop with that. I think that's what I want. Now, we'll put this back on there. Yes, it's working. Let's put this on here. I don't have any metric lock washers, so I'm gonna go see if I can hunt up something similar. So I think that'll go like what we want. All right, let's see if that'll go. It's not exact, but maybe better than nothing? I don't know. Maybe nothing is better. There we go. Let's get this out of our way. And by get out of our way, I mean set it right in the way. Alright, let's see if this will go. I already like it more better than it was. If I do it right, the hose will be relaxed when it's in the right place. There. Yeah, cow. Yeah. I realize you can't see anything. It's great entertainment, isn't it? We'll table that, and I'll move you. I'm just mainly trying to see how our curvature of our hose is going. I want to be able to tie it out of my way, because it was pretty annoying as it was. Now this is going to present a problem, because, yeah, that's what I figured. Let's try that. Now, I have to be careful, because I have been known to tighten those to the point that they break. I'm going to stop with that. I think that'll do what we want. Now we'll go back to these. I think I got that one tight. Yep. But this one is presenting a problem. They make an updated style aftermarket. I think Maybach sells them. That kind of half moons around the slot. Holds these a little bit better, but I don't have any. And I like original, so I'll just go with this. Someday when I got nothing else to do or buy, I'll buy a whole bunch of those and swap them out. Are we there yet? Yeah, I think we are. Good enough. I see I am going to have to get more zip ties. I managed to find this singular green zip tie. So let's promptly ruin it. That way we're out of luck. Come on. I'm thinking something like that would be handy. Where it holds it out of the aisle and it can hang down there all at once. Much more better. Okay. I'm going to try to tighten this. How about can we, maybe, no, shoot, there, that's too small, so sure, oh, man, pretend. We'll pretend. Well, there we go. I think that will be much more handy to get on than having that loop come around here. Yeah, so I need to see if I got any more of those rubber plugs. Otherwise I'll have to order them that plug off the outlets when you're not using them. And then I think that will be another thing checked off of the 1365 list. So that's good. Well, I think with that we'll call this a video. So as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.